Welcome back to my channel. In this time-lapse video, I will take you through the process of creating a female portrait in Zbrush. As you can see, I'm starting with a basic sphere, which will serve as the foundation for our portrait. As I work on the facial features, pay attention to how I gradually refine the proportions and shapes. Sculpting realistic faces can be a challenging task, but with practice and patience, you can achieve incredible results. As we move forward, you can see the gradual progression of the sculpt. Don't be afraid to make adjustments and experiment with different techniques. Okay, now let's use Move Brush to just change proportions, move things around, and see how we can refine overall landmarks. Refining shapes a bit more and checking my sculpt from different angles. Although we are in really early stages, it's better to make sure that it looks good from all angles. Okay, now working more on her neck. I'm just trying to refine things more. Now using Move Brush, I want to make it more like a bust than just the head and neck. Just refining things a bit more, sculpting here and yeah, I'm getting this feeling that I need more polygons to refine things more. Let's just first add eyeball. It helps you to sculpt eyes easier when you have a mesh, eyeball mesh added on. Now adding more polygons and smoothing things more. Now I have I have more to work with. As you can see, now I can add more finer details. Sculpting here and there, checking my sculpt from different angles and see how it looks like. Yeah, now that we have more polygons, I can easily, smooth things out, add more details, refine shapes more, and getting closer to the reference. I'm just working more on her lips and more on her ears. I still don't have enough polygons for her ears, but let's just refine it for now. And yeah, I think we can add a block out for her hair right now. It makes things easier to see the likeness, how close we are. Now using clay buildup to just roughly shape her hair. Looking at our mesh from different angles, making sure the shapes are looking good. Now again, I feel like I need to add more I want to see her shoulders. I want it to be a bust, so I'll sculpt more. Yeah, working a bit on her back. And doing the same thing on her shoulders up front. Now just adding finer details. I feel like I need more polygons right now. I need to subdivide the mesh more so that I can add even finer details. Yeah, let's just do it. And first thing is that I smooth things out a bit and then use damp standard brush to add some, details to refine shapes. And now sculpting her eyes more. And things are starting to shape up and we are getting nicer, better looking forms. Now let's just add some poly paints to her eyes. This way we can see the likeness better and we can evaluate things easier. Now adding colors to her iris. More yellowish color here. Yeah, I think it's looking good for now. Let's go back to her hair. At the moment, it looks really rough and I need to add more details to it, refine it more. Pay close attention to the natural flow and dynamics of the hair. Hair tends to clump in certain areas. Follow the contours of the head and fall in specific directions. You can observe real-life hair for reference. Now just using different brushes to add more details to surface of the hair. Yeah, I think it's looking better for now. Now let's just add some pose to our sculpture and getting closer to the one we have in reference. Yeah, we need more polygons now for her. Let's smooth those rough details out and try to add some details on top. Pay attention to the direction and flow of the hair. Hair is made up of individual strands, so we should focus on sculpting these one at a time. It's helpful to have reference images of the hairstyle you want to sculpt. This can guide you through sculpting process and help you achieve a realistic look. Remember, hair isn't uniform in thickness. Some strands are thicker while others are finer. Use your brushes to create this variation. Now just adding more details. Yeah, I feel like I need hair strands, so I'm gonna mask it here and extract one. Now this will give me a more interesting look and more realistic result. I'm just refining it more. Adding more flyaway hairs. Now let's just add something for her earrings. Yeah, adding gold material to our earrings. And now back to adding more details to her. Now just adding more details on the side. Okay, now let's start poly painting the hair. I use a base color for the sculpt, and to give variation and depth to the hair, I use lighter colors for highlights and darker colors for shadows. This will help to get a more realistic result. Okay. Now let's just add it to hair strands as well. We definitely need more strands to make it look more realistic. Yeah, just adding more hair strands. And I'm checking it from side angle as well to see how the flow of the hair is looking. Yeah, just duplicate more strands until I get the result I'm looking for. Let's get back to the face and check our sculpt from close range. Again, just refining more and now working on lacrimal caruncle. Before this, I didn't have enough, polygons to add it, but right now we can add even those small shapes. Okay, I think we are almost ready to add color to her face. We will go with one base color, but skin isn't uniform in color. It has natural variations such as freckles, blemishes, and subtle color changes. Use different shades and colors to add this variation to your base color. Pay attention to areas like cheeks, nose, and forehead, where these variations are common. Continuously refer to real-life images or even your own face in a mirror to observe how light interacts with face. This will help you achieve a more realistic result. Now adding some eyeshadows to her eyelids. Some just basic makeup stuff. Now adding some colors for her eyebrows. Okay, it's time to extract some eyelashes from the face. I'll first make one and use zero mesh to get a better polygon. And then I will just refine it and duplicate it and try to make it as realistic as possible. Okay, let's see how it looks in our render. Now doing the same thing, but this time for her necklace. Let's apply different material for her necklace. And now we'll start duplicating one more and more until we have the whole thing. All right, now let's just see how our skull looks like. You need more flyaway hairs and more hair strands. Yeah, I think it's getting there now. Now let's just add some more eyebrows. And there you have it, our portrait is complete. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow art enthusiasts.